Welcome to another Kevin's English School's English Learning video. Today's video is for Chinese students who are studying English. Ever wondered why Chinese students often struggle with English pronunciation? Well, it's not because English is inherently more difficult than other languages, but rather due to the stark contrast between the phonetic systems of English and Chinese. English is a stress-timed language with many vowel sounds, while Chinese is a tonal language with fewer vowels. This difference often leads to pronunciation challenges when Chinese speakers are learning English. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the common pronunciation mistakes that Chinese students often make, and more importantly, we'll provide effective strategies for correcting them. We'll tackle tricky sounds like the th, the r and l, and the nuanced vowel sounds that often trip up non-native speakers. These are challenges that many learners face, but with practice and the right approach, they can certainly be overcome. So, if you're ready to learn the secret behind improving your English pronunciation, stick around. First off, we have the sound, a common stumbling block for many Chinese students. This distinct sound, which doesn't exist in the Chinese phonetic system, often poses a challenge. But fear not, it's not as difficult as it seems. The th sound is made by placing the tip of your tongue between your teeth and blowing air out. Yes, it's as simple as that. Let's try it with some examples. Say, think, thought, through. Notice how your tongue and teeth work together to create the th sound. That's it, you're doing it. Now let's try it in a sentence. How about, I thought I saw 3 thieves through the window? A bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? But don't worry, it's all part of the fun of learning a new language. Remember, practice makes perfect. Keep practicing the th sound until it becomes second nature. Next up, we have the r and l sounds, another common pronunciation challenge. Now these two sounds can be a bit tricky, as they are often confused. The R sound, for instance, is pronounced with the tip of your tongue curled up towards the roof of your mouth. Try saying words like right, red, and run. On the other hand, for the L sound, the tip of your tongue should touch the ridge behind your upper teeth. Let's practice with words such as light, love, and long. It's important to note that the R and L sounds can change the meaning of words. For example, right and light, or red and lead. So it's crucial to get these sounds right. And remember, the more you practice, the easier it gets. English is a language of nuances, and mastering these sounds will significantly improve your pronunciation skills. Again, the key is practice. Keep pronouncing R and L words until you feel comfortable with them. Now let's tackle the English vowel sounds, which can be quite tricky. Imagine you're journeying through a maze filled with twists and turns. That's what it's like navigating the English vowel sounds, especially if Mandarin is your first language. The English language has a whopping 5 vowel letters but around 20 vowel sounds. Let's talk about the short I and long E sounds, for instance. Many learners confuse these, but there's a simple trick. For the short I, as in sit, your mouth doesn't need to open wide. Now for the long E, as in see, smile. That's right. Smiling naturally stretches your mouth into the right position for this sound. Next up, the short A and short E sounds. These can be troublemakers too. The short A, as in cat, requires an open mouth, with your tongue low in your mouth. On the other hand, for the short E, as in bed, your mouth doesn't need to open as wide, and your tongue sits a bit higher. Another tricky pair is the short O and short U sounds. For the short O, as in hot, imagine you're at the dentist's office, and you need to show all your teeth. That's how wide your mouth should be. Now for the short U, as in butt, your lips should be relaxed and slightly rounded. And then there's the infamous schwa sound, the most common vowel sound in English, often represented by an upside-down E. It's the lazy sound in words like about and supply. To master the schwa, just relax and let the sound come out naturally. Lastly, let's not forget the long A and long I sounds. The long A, as in cake, is a 2-part vowel sound, starting with short E and sliding into long E. The long I, as in like, also has 2 parts, starting with short A and ending with long E. Remember, these are just guidelines. The key is practice, practice, practice. Listen to native speakers, mimic their pronunciation, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. English vowel sounds can be tough, but with consistent practice, you'll master them. Now that we've covered the most common pronunciation challenges, it's time to recap. We began our journey by exploring the mysterious the sound. This elusive sound is not found in the Chinese language, making it a bit of a tricky customer. However, by placing the tip of your tongue between your teeth and exhaling gently, you can master this sound. Remember, practice makes perfect. Next, we delved into the realm of the R and L sounds. These two sounds are often confused due to their similar pronunciation. The key here is to focus on the position of your tongue. For the R sound, your tongue should not touch the roof of your mouth. For the L sound, the tip of your tongue should touch the roof of your mouth just behind your front teeth. Again, the secret to mastering these sounds is consistent practice. Then we ventured into the world of vowel sounds. English is notorious for its abundance of vowel sounds, some of which do not exist in Chinese. This can lead to some confusion, but don't worry, with time and practice, you'll get the hang of it. Try to listen to native English speakers as much as possible and mimic their pronunciation. This will help you get a feel for the different vowel sounds. Now that we've recapped the main pronunciation challenges, let's talk about strategies for improvement. Consistent practice is key. Try to use these sounds in your daily conversations. Record yourself speaking and listen back to it. This will help you identify areas for improvement. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback from native English speakers. They can provide valuable insights and tips. English pronunciation may seem daunting at first, but don't be discouraged. With patience, practice, and perseverance, you'll see improvement. Remember, every expert was once a beginner.